Okay guys, as you can see, it's in. Now I have noticed before somebody points it out, they've given me a left-hand drive one. Now I don't know if they only make a left-hand drive one. I have emailed them to find out why. So as it stands at the moment, it's not completely in. This kind of slants in, which is supposed to go over onto this side, and obviously this is more straighter, which is supposed to be on that side. So, but that I can sort that out. That's not an issue. The cowling for the steering wheel thing, that's not in yet, so that needs to be addressed. But apart from that, everything's working. As you can see, I've got a nice little screen on there. One problem I do have, which I've emailed them about, I've spoken to Dennis Blackstock as well, who's done an install in the States on this. He reckons I might have the wrong decoder, CAN bus decoder. So I've sent him an email about that. I've tried his tips, changing the languages several times, turning it on and off and all this stuff. I've not hit it with hammer yet, but that is my next phase. Excuse me. As you can see, my let's see, where's my zoom in button? There we go. My warning messages, because I have a pedestrian impact fault on there after I went over a pothole, is in Chinese, and if I scroll through, it won't change actually. There you go. Average mileage. That's because I drive like a maniac. So that's all in Chinese, so I need to get that sorted. But the head unit itself is quite cool. So this interface I've got, you can press this, the Jaguar thing, and it tells you what you're listening to. You've got a compass in case you don't know where you are or where you're going. You can put your sat-nav thing in there, your miles per hour, which again, because of the CAN bus, that doesn't work on mine. The time, and back to Jaguar. So I've got some quick buttons set up here. The Bluetooth, press that. You've got your phone, your music and all that stuff. Press that, goes to Google. So I've got Google on there, as you can see. Google Maps, which tells me I'm God knows where. I've got a really rubbish SIM card at the moment, so that's not working, but it has found me. So I'm in the United Kingdom, allegedly. So those are the ones I've set up for now. I'm not going to put any music on and stuff like that, you know, copyright and all that crap. This interface is with Web Car Guru, which Dennis Blackstock suggested. So you press the Jaguar badge at the top, and you can change your themes, add buttons, take buttons away, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going into great detail. All the controls for the air conditioning are now here. As you can see, everything works on there. I don't have the heated seats, not heated seats, what's it called? Heated steering wheel, because I'm from up north, so we wear gloves, simple as that. Apps, everything that's on there, there's a couple I've added. Basically anything and everything you need. You know, you've got a bit of YouTube going on. So there's Dennis. I've got this connected via Wi-Fi to my phone using a wireless hotspot. What else is there? The attachments that come with it come down here. I've not wired them in yet. So you've got two USBs, and this one is you slide this cap off and you put a SIM card in there. And that obviously uses your thing up there, but as you can see, it's only on H. So those are going to get rewired. Obviously these ones that you have in here, down here, they don't work. Excuse the mess. Little tray from AliExpress that sits in here, by the way, and it's awesome. That I ordered the same time as the head unit. That just sits on there like that. Yep. That arrived in a week. This took 5. So I don't know which way they sent that via. But yeah, everything works well. If I turn the engine off, turn that off. As you can see, it's all off. Turn it on. press the button, wallop, straight back on. As simple as that. Now there is a setting in here for the air vents where it says either auto or always on. And what I did was I turned them to always on because I usually have a phone holder in here. Now what I have found is after everything shuts down completely and utterly, you know, you've left the car for an hour or two, you come back, the vents have actually been shut. So when you start it up, these open up again, and this starts off with a Google thing like it's starting for the very first time, the very first boot screen. And again, I'm thinking that's something to do with my flashing Chinese messages, as you can see. But once that's sorted, it should be all tickety-boo. Like I said, I'm not too bothered about the surround not quite fitting because I can do something about that. So if they do only make a left-hand drive one, that's not going to be an issue. That can all get sorted out, and it'll all get hydro dipped in the carbon fibre, which I have on here, as you can see. I've got it all on here, down here, and all this rubbish. As you can see, all the door cards are done in carbon fibre as well. One thing is, obviously because this is the wrong side, so to speak, the trim that it comes with won't fit because it's reversed. So it actually comes with this. Sorry about that. So it comes with this wood flavour, which is supposed to go on this side, obviously. But because it's on the wrong car, that bit sticking out there, that should be underneath here. So if you can imagine, it is supposed to go on like that, but it's the wrong side. But luckily for me, I bought another one of these. So this is my original one. So that goes on there. But I bought another one off eBay for about 12 quid. So I can quite easily just chop that and make that fit on there. And I've got the button for the glove box. So again, like I said, that bit's not an issue, neither's that. I can sort that. It's just the Chinese messages that really annoyed me. But if there's any questions, I will try and answer them. But if you watch Dennis Blackstock's series on unboxing and all the way to installing it, he answers nearly every question that you can possibly have. Brilliant set of videos. I highly recommend you watch them. He goes through all these settings on here, everything that you have, all these. You need a code. These are all your car settings. So basically anything and everything that you could possibly want to know, Dennis goes through it on his videos, so I'm not going to repeat it. But yeah, anything doesn't cover you need to know, just ask me. And there you go. The plastic quality of this plastic, when you get it out and you're playing with it, trying to put it in, is a bit flimsy. It does feel, excuse the term, plasticky. But once it's in and you do a wrap on it, like you'll see Dennis, he's done a carbon fibre one, it does look really good and it doesn't look bad at all. What else? I can't think of anything else to tell you that Dennis hasn't covered. I've just been driving now for about half an hour and going for a spin in it just to see what it was like, if it rattled, if there's any loose connections, anything like that, and it held up really well. It does take some getting used to, figuring out which buttons do which, just like you would do with any new car, I suppose. But I've got the on here, obviously you can set your controls to do what they're supposed to do. So if I press mode, which I've never used in the 4 years I've owned this car, I press mode on here. If you watch the screen, immediately goes to Google Maps. So I've set that as a learning function on here, to do Google Maps. This one goes to something called a video or auxiliary input. I'm not sure what that is, but it's dead easy to do. You go to this control thing, and again Dennis goes through everything that you need to do. If I change this button, I'm going to change the talkie talk button into a microphone button like that one, just like that. So now if I go back, I'm going to try let's have a look. If I put Google Maps on, navigate to Tesco's, and there you go. And there we have it. Simple as that. How cool is that? So the volume works, the next track works. I've not tried cruise control, but again, 4 years owning the car, I don't think I've ever turned it on. Radio, it's not DAB, but I'm sure if you needed DAB, you could get a DAB adapter for it. What else have we got? You've seen maps, that and that. Yeah, so there you go. If I bring up YouTube, I'll show you one of Dennis's videos. So that's him, and thank God he made that video, because it completely did my head in trying to figure out what went where, because there's no instructions with this, by the way. Oh, there you go, music's still playing, that's interesting. Do that, go back. That helps if you turn that off. And just like any Android, you press these buttons and there you go, we're back. Oh, I don't know what I just did then, that's something new. There we go. So that's Dennis doing his wiring up. So yeah, you might have to excuse the quality of this. I don't really have a YouTube channel, and so yeah, I will just upload it straight to Facebook, so I apologise for the quality. Alright guys, there you go.